Are Facebook slash IG ads or Google ads better for roofing leads? And what can I expect for costing on getting new leads?
Uh, I'll start with this one because this is a sensitive subject as of lately between Scott and I. I'd say for the past, I don't even know where to start, to be honest. This is a difficult one. For the past 4 years, without a doubt, I would say Facebook leads generate more revenue than Google. Google has been extremely saturated. I think a lot of people are turning to Facebook to just mindlessly scroll, and then when they see something pop up that says check out my roof, it kind of just feels more natural and easier for them to take that action. Scammers got involved. They saw all of this revenue coming in from Facebook ads, and uh, over the past 8, 9, 10 months, I've seen 20, 30 times the amount of scam like lead submissions than I have ever seen in the past couple of years. Um, that being said, Google, at least in the markets that we're working in, Google seems to be generating more traffic that's qualified only because, and this is my professional opinion, only because the people that are coming to your site from a Google paid ad have intent to search for your product. They're not just randomly getting a service request. Um, we're in the process of kind of digging this out and trying to figure out the best way to um, make Facebook work. And I think lead forms is not the way to do it for the roofing space. I think it's going to be traffic campaigns versus instant leads. But that's something we're working on testing over the next couple of days. I know Scott probably has something to add into this. We went through 150 leads today and kind of said, hey, how much revenue have we generated from these Facebook leads? And it was very marginal.
Yeah, and to follow up, Jen is exactly right. And Google, I where we're actually, I did a little deeper digging after Jonah and I kind of parted ways this morning, and I believe where we're having our success is the organic Google. And guys, just I mean, everybody's sitting right here talking, right? What do you do? How do you shop? You go to Google, you type in best pizza in Atlanta, you skip the LSA ads, the Google verified ads, you skip the sponsored ads, and you go to the guys that show up organically because one, they've probably been there forever. Two, they earned it. Like they didn't pay for that. They earned that somehow, right? And you know that. I know for myself, I'm traveling all over the countryside, doing all this shit. Every time I go to eat anywhere, every time I go to get my oil changed, I get tires on my truck, whatever I'm doing, I skip all the horse shit. I go straight to the organic Google, whatever's top two or three. That's where I start at number one. I just work my way down the list till I find what I want. And that's where I go. I think roofing's the same way. Um, it's not easy. Obviously, it is not easy to rank top three, especially in the major markets of the country. But at the end of the day, I mean, there's a lot of things you can do to get in the top five, you know, and if you're really trying to hustle, there's things you can do. And Jonah, you know as well as I do, you don't need a director of marketing or some big wig marketing consultant to do this for you. Just take photos out of company cam and add to your GMB page a couple times a week. um, Type up some blog posts to add in, whatever, just simple stuff. Will increase reviews, hammer reviews, and you will start ranking, and I think you'll see success from it.
So Scott, this brings up another point. Like think about the small roofer that just started their business. They've got a couple hundred grand in sales. They're new to a market. They're trying to get in here. I I don't want to dismiss that Google and Facebook ad is going to get you traffic because when you start out, you register that domain. Google has no idea. They haven't done an index of your site. They haven't.
Sure.
There's a lot of technical things in terms of SEO that needs to happen on the back end that you need to kind of rely on your paid advertising to get traffic in the door. When you're to the point where you're coasting, your name exists in the market, you have solid brand awareness, maybe you can cut back on that spend a bit. But for the new guys, I think it's pretty important to have some sort of allocated budget towards these marketing sources or
Yeah,
channels.
you're right. And I think I did a little video, and I know I caught some shit for it because it's irrelevant. But the boosted Facebook post, in is it the best? No, no, it's not. But I still think when you're a little early entry level company, is such an easy way to throw because you just do it in your community. Most of these people probably know you anyway. They probably know who you are, or at least have heard of you personally. So throw yourself out there with a little boosted post, and whether or an ad that's just, do an actual Facebook ad campaign that's just in your little community around where you live, and pick up those jobs. That's where you start. That's how we started. There's 2 communities in Marietta. Man, nobody worked in those communities early in my roofing days, early in my business days, except we had them on lockdown. Since then, we've lightened our grips on those 2 little communities, and we've expanded our horizon. But that's where you hammer down is find the little communities that you call home, and advertise to them.